Next, we're going to talk about some common sets, including sets of numbers. Our first one, though, doesn't have any numbers in it, doesn't have anything in it. It's called the empty set. It's exactly what it sounds like, the set that has nothing in it. You'll also hear it called the null set. The symbol for the empty set is a circle with a slash through it. Now, some people put slashes through their zeros. You want to be very clear when that represents a zero and when it represents the empty set symbol. And in fact, in math classes, I recommend you don't put slashes through your zeros if you can help it. We use that symbol for the empty set. Our first set of numbers is the natural numbers. You'll also hear that called the counting numbers. And that's exactly what it is. It is the numbers 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. If you can start at 1 and get there by counting, it is a counting number. Or a natural number is actually our preferred terminology. The symbol for the set of natural numbers is an N with a bar, with a double bar. You can see there. It does need to be not just the letter N. That double bar is important. It's a special symbol. The next set is a set of whole numbers, which includes all of the natural numbers. It also includes zero. Zero is not a natural number, but it is a whole number. And this W with a double bar is a less common symbol. You don't see that in all books, but some books will use that W with a double bar. Our next set is the set of integers. This is all of the natural numbers and zero, and also the negatives of the natural numbers. The symbol we use for the integers is Z, and the reason for the letter Z has its roots in history. Germans did a lot of the first number theory, and one of the German words for number starts with a Z. This is our next set is the set of rational numbers, which the set of rational numbers gets its name from ratio. You can see, sort of starts with ratio. And ratios you could think of as fractions. This is all of the numbers that can't be written as a fraction, where both the numerator and the denominator are integers. The symbol for the set of rational numbers is Q with a double bar. All of these number sets have double bars. Our next one is the set of real numbers, and this is what most people think of numbers that exist. Anything that you could plot on a number line. So this is, your nice numbers, also your not so nice numbers. The square root of 2 is a real number. You can plot that on a number line. Pi is a real number. You can plot that on a number line. The symbol for that is the R with the double bar. And finally, our last number set is a set of complex numbers. This includes the real numbers, imaginary numbers, and sums of real and imaginary numbers. Now, in this class, we have not talked about imaginary numbers yet. If you don't have a lot of prior exposure to imaginary numbers, don't worry, we will spend a whole week on imaginary and complex numbers. For the purposes of this lesson, just know that there are some numbers that are outside the real numbers, and the complex numbers contains all of the real numbers and also these crazy things called imaginary numbers. And the symbol for that is a C with a double bar. And finally, every problem will have its own universal set. Whenever we're talking about a set of months, we'll have the universal set that has all of the months in it. So we are talking about a set of numbers. Well, we have several sets of numbers that we could use as the universal set. It will either be very clear from context what your universal set is, or most often it will be explicitly stated. And the universal set, I always use a script U, a fancy U, for the universal set. Some textbooks will just use normal capital U for the universal set. That gives you enough to work exercises 7 through 15 on the Practice with Set Notation handout. Do that, check your answers with the answer sheet, and then unpause the video.